Welcome to my second grade classroom. Readers and Writers Workshop are integrated beginning on the first day of school. What better way to implement the 5 C's? Curiosity while reading, critical thinking as students stop and think while reading, creativity, which is sometimes done with technology, communication, which is a huge part of our partnerships, and last but not least, collaboration. The walls are a blank canvas on the first day of school. They come alive little by little as the days and weeks progress. Each day, when introducing a new skill, I add it to the chart. The charts are then displayed in the classroom. Here is our classroom-level library, where students trade out with their book bags, selecting books that are just right for them. Students are divided into 2 groups. They rotate reading and writing at the desk and on the floor. Students are also paired up with workshop partners. The partner expectations and strategies are incorporated into mini lessons.
This is our writer's notebook. At the carpet, sometimes we use the stop and jot section when Miss Elkin teaches us something, and we write it down so she could understand that we know what she means.
Students have readers and writers' notebooks. They bring them to the carpet to be used during active engagement. I have mentor texts that I carefully select. They're displayed near my chair, and I use them when demonstrating teacher points. And our classroom comprehension strategies are incorporated on a daily basis. Students make connections and add them to our interactive charts. The chart strategies change with each unit and are introduced in mini lessons.
When we read in Reader's Workshop, we think about predictions and connections.
Sometimes an exciting connection is made.
When we're reading a book and we find this really big word, we could write it down on an index card, and then we could put it in this blue thing right here.
During reading, students identify expensive words, which are later used in our writing.
When we're reading, Miss Elkin gives us Post-its, and if we read something that makes us think, we put it on a pink Post-it, and if we read something that makes us feel, we put it on a green Post-it.
Students add Post-its to share their thinking while showing their understanding of strategies. I review the Post-its and use the results to guide my teaching. The writing process is introduced, one stage at a time.
Writer's Workshop, we sometimes work on brainstorming, revising, editing, drafting, or publishing. That's why we move our clips to the place we are on.
Once students have mastered an understanding of the stages, the status of the class charts displayed and remains throughout the year. Anchor charts serve as revising and editing reminders. Strategies and skills are added after being taught and practiced. Here's an example of our Small Moments unit, where a skill is added each day and displayed for students to refer to. I create the charts while the lesson is being modeled, adding color and sketches. The charts are displayed to mark our learning and used as student reference.
When we are done with our stories, we publish them so everybody can read them.
After our writer's celebration, published work is displayed with pride. I often use copies of book covers and illustrations to visually represent teaching and learning. Copies of pages from mentor text are used when teaching these lessons. This is part of studying an author's craft. Copies of text features are included on charts to serve as visual anchors. Our word wall grows each week as new words are added. Students use the wall as a resource when they are writing. After reviewing and assessing students' written work, I add words to this chart, words that they are often spelling incorrectly. Seasonal books are displayed along with a comprehension prompt. Graphic organizers and even worksheets can be made into charts to use to demonstrate skills. Our classroom displays provide evidence of student learning. This student has not yet mastered the skill. I will confer with her later in the day, while this student clearly understands and applies the skill.
When we read, we think, what is the author's message?
Here is a culmination of our series of lessons on the author's message. Student responses provide me with important information. With each writing unit, I create a teacher model story. I use it to revise, edit, and mark up as I'm introducing new strategies. My students see that writers of all ages need to work hard to make their writing even better.
On the blog, Ms. Hoken posts things about books that we've read, and then we tell her about it, and she asks us questions. Sometimes she posts silly things about books or not, some nonfiction, some fiction, and then we could go on and answer it, and then she could check it on her computer and see what we've been writing.